Alright, fellas, I'm gonna read this off. I just wrote a whole thing, so here it goes. I'll keep this short and sweet, but I think our first year in the Mega League went pretty well. Hopefully, our next season will be better with more meetups, watching games together in bars and whatnot, and hopefully, Chad will grow a pair and enforce a rule for once. How many people didn't start a full lineup? 4? Ha! Anyway. Here we go. Mega League Power Rankings sent out by yours truly, TD15 magazine, the most prestigious fantasy magazine in the land. Here we go. Number 24, no surprise here, Chase Sharp. With a record of 3-10, this should come as no surprise. This is a man that has won titles. But all of a sudden, we take a piece of paper out of his hands with rankings and eliminate the snake draft, and anything he has accomplished before an auction draft has been put into question. Truly embarrassing, to be completely honest. Could end up a 4-time Sacco by the end of December. Good luck in the future, and get a new podcast or something. Number 23 is Luke. 2-11 record. Luke may play the waiver wire more than anyone, but growing up, it's evident that he did not play. I'm sorry about that. This is going to have a lot of mess ups. It's late and I'm tired. But growing up, it's evident that he played football, not football. It seems as if Paul and Tara set him up for failure as a child. It's showing in the fantasy world. Number 22, Tyler Scott. 4-9 record. Poor T. Scott. Being a doctor is hard, and it must be time-consuming with the lack of preparation for fantasy football these past few years. In 6 years, this league will be at the mercy of Dr. Tyler Scott. Number 21, Tyler Marcellan. 5-8 record. Started off the season with a horseshoe up his ass and got into the A-League. We all know now that that was a mistake. Had it not been for a big trade that was suspect in itself, he may be playing for a Sacco. Instead, just headed down to the B-League where he belongs. Number 20, Michael Moonford Mooney, 5-8 record this year for Mooney. Mooney is a cheater. Had it not been for his cheating ways and picking up Howard by cheating, his cheating ass would be in the Sacco. Lucky for him, he is not. Number 19, Brett, record of 6-7. Pretty evident his drafting is suspect year in and year out. He almost finished with the least amount of points scored in the whole fucking league. If I had seen that earlier, he would have been lower on the list. Lucky for him, I'm not very observant, and it's 9 p.m. Number 18, DJ Thompson. Record of 4-9. I hate to say I told you so, but I've been calling this one since day one. Just a really bad draft this year. I think it's safe to say that the hold out and let all the good players pass by, then draft just Patriots players, didn't work out this year. Maybe in the B League, it will. Number 17, his compadre, the guy who's going to jump on you while DJ's helping you out with a little tussle in the Mega League chat, is Dexter. Number 17 is Dexter. 6-7 record. So close to the playoffs and so close to relegation. I had Dexter going down all year. He got lucky a few weeks and got in one of the safe areas. Luckily for us, he will be in the A-League again, so it looks like we got 11 teams instead of 12 fighting for 6 spots in 2017. Oh, my music went off. Sorry. There we go. Number 16, Danny. Danny, 5-8. Looks as if Danny had some bad breaks this year. Had enough points to make the playoffs, but couldn't put it together enough weeks. For him, making the jump to A-League next year for sure. Number 15 is Kevin Broussard at a 6-7 record. Oh, Kev. Started off so great. Had all the running backs in the world and then got rid of the best one on his team. Ended up costing him the playoffs. Luckily for him, he got one of those safe spaces and will be in the A-League again. No way he trades a running back next year. Don't even ask him. Number 14, this one hurts me. Gio, 6-7. Hurts me to put him there. But from the beginning, it seemed to be a tough year for George. As one of my top 4 in the B League, you let me down. I imagine you'll be a front runner for the B League championship next year, but as for now, you're mid of the pack at best. Number 13, Drew, a 10-3 record. This one will raise some eyebrows. Drew, first place and points leader going to 13. Yes, Drew. Drew is one loss away from having a last place trophy named after him. There's no way I could put him close to the top 10. I have magazines to fucking sell. People see fucking Drew's name in the top 10, they would think I run some shit program here. Think I still draft my teams in a snake draft order like amateurs. Can't have that shit. Drew's at 13. Number 12, Jordan Taylor. 6-7 record. I should have put him lower. Not really sure why I didn't. Think I missed his name, honestly. But Jadon has had an all-around shit year in fantasy. Relegated in one league, almost the Sacco in the other. Don doesn't deserve this 12th spot, but I'm lazy and refuse to go back and rewrite any of this. By the way, I'll take my 50s and 1s to spend it on strippers and blow at the mansion. Number 11, Eazy-E. Oh, I missed Ethan's record. Shit, sorry. Look at Eazy-E sneaking into the playoffs. If you make it to the A-League, better realize that low-ass point total won't cut it in the majors. Ain't playing people like Gio and DJ Thompson up there. Congrats, though, and I hope you're doing well. Number 10, DJ Appy. 8-5. DJ, our original A-Leaguer at one point, shafted by the damn Lions football team. Anyway, looks as if you caught some lucky breaks to get that 8 wins. I see you losing in the first round of the playoffs and staying in B-League. Sorry. Still think you are a nice fella, though. Number 9, Sebastian Pasteur. Record of 7-6. Sebi is by far the luckiest of the top 4 in the A-League this year. Barely putting up any points and getting lucky and having the least points scored against him in the entire league. Don't think his playoff run will last very long, but he has always been a solid fantasy player and will most likely be in the A-League for a while. Number 8, Zach. 8-5 record. One of my top picks to move up next season. It's clear he knows his stuff. He should. He's got a ton of time on his hands. Old bum ass. I see him moving up to the A-League, then immediately rolling back down to the B-League. Calling shots early. That's the TD15 fucking difference. Number 7, Chad Krieger. He's 6-7 this year, our old commish. Even at 6-7, what he did was really impressive. Came back from a monster deficit and has made the A-League playoffs. Honestly, he may win the whole fucking thing. His team is red hot. Hopefully he doesn't, for all our sake. Number 6, George Landrum. Some of you know him as that goalie from Uptown. 10-3 record. Have to get a ton of credit to the boss here. Come into A-League and don't really know too many people. Some guys wouldn't want to step on toes and just be the nice guy. Instead, he put most of you down and took the North Shore by storm. Very surprised at how easily y'all let him steamroll all of you. He will be in the A-League, and if we don't stop him, he will think the South Shore is better. Thank God us in the A-League have sense and won't let that happen. Oh, I have something in my throat, sorry. Number 5, Stevie Sharp. 8-5 record. Stevie is the backbone of this league, and it's time we pay our respects. The man will put up an Excel spreadsheet anytime we need it, and that is something that TD15 magazine is looking for in power rankings. Oh, by the way, he's kicking ass in B-League too. I see him to easily beat his opponent this week and will be up with the big dogs in the A-League. Number 4, Brennan. Brennan. 6-7. The supreme steady Eddie of fantasy football. I've played fantasy with Brennan for 6 years now, I think, and I don't think there's been a year where he didn't make the playoffs. But always a bridesmaid and never a bride. Don't see him winning the title this year. That would get him the Hall of Fame of fantasy. Boys and girls, take a bow to our Jim Kelly of the Mega League. Long live Brennan. At number 3, Cole. Cole, 10-3 this year. Cole. Mr. Horseshoe up his ass himself. For some reason, he is always there at the end. Drafts a great team and plays the waiver wire like a pro. I mean, the man just loves fantasy. At poker, he refused to stop checking his fantasy team while he was at the final table. Cole's a big-time player in any league. Deserves the number 3 spot. Number 2, Tank. 8-5 record. This guy right here. Just a guy who talks the talk and walks the motherfucking walk. Some say he would have commissioned the ever-living shit out of this league. Made it a league we all wished it was, but that's just rumors. No one talks more shit and backs it up more than TD15. And when he gets beat, he takes it like a man, and probably still talks a little shit. TD gets the 2 spot for his non-stop love and addiction to the game that is fantasy. To some of you see him as Superman. Y'all's words, not his. But for every Superman, there is Kryptonite. Which leads us to number 1 player in the TD15 magazine power rankings. Sam. 11-2. The dude has just been fucking bringing it all season. His team is unreal. All his guys are hitting it this year, and mostly it's all people he drafted, which is just crazy. He's probably one bad trade away from having literally an unstoppable team. CHSA champion last year and def clear favorite to win the Mega League A championship this year. Just get a fucked it up, and he's gonna make fun of me for this now. Just get a job, you fucking bum. And that'll do it for this year's power rankings. Good luck to everyone in the playoffs and Sacco games. Hope we all get together soon, but we won't because our commish won't plan anything. Good night, folks.